a world devoid of light and all its shadow, into the dimension of darkness and doom. It's the Neon Pocket Dimension.
Miguel, make a wolf sound.
Oh, it definitely clipped my whole wolf sound.
What's up? It's Neon Pocket Dimension DARKCAST. How's it going out there?
We do this every week.
DARKCAST?
Dark edition.
You like it? Are you enjoying DARKCAST, Miguel?
Yeah, I am actually.
Me too. I'm having a great time with it. And I'll just let this song
Already.
run itself out, I guess. You kind of hear it in the background. Maybe not these guys. But hey, what's up? You may notice our overlays. It's a little dark. Well, that's intentional. My name's Jacob. You could sort of see me waving in front of my light there. In the middle, you can see sort of the outline of the homie Gage, a.k.a. Luke Shot First. Say hi.
Slight flicker in the night.
And then, of course, you got Miguel over there on the right-hand side. I can't see you whatsoever.
Hello.
Why don't
You can't?
Yeah, why don't you give yourself a light, too?
Oh, the candle went out.
Oh, a candle went out? I'll light myself up a little, too, so you can see. Well, here, this is what I'll do. I'll turn my computer lightness back up.
Hold on.
Hello! And back into the darkness I go. Oh, there's Miguel. Yes, what's up? So
I'm
as
just
you
giving you a little quick burst.
Yeah, you could do that every once in a while. You know, I'm not gonna be a dick about it or anything. But we're just having a good time. You know, like the goal is today have the darkest possible room while we talk about spooky shit and have a good time. Do a full episode. And you know, while you're live, we might ask some questions. And here's the big part. Here's the big part of today's episode. If you are watching this live or otherwise, please turn all the lights off in whatever room you're in. Get dark. Get into the mood. Grab yourself a beer. You know what I mean? Get yourself a little bit of the devil's lettuce going. You know, if that's your thing and it's legal in your state. You know what I mean?
Lettuce.
You know what I'm saying? Get wild with us. But let's all be in the dark today, and we'll talk about what it makes us feel like.
Get a little freaky deaky. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah. See, that's how that song ends. That was actually a lot of fun to put together because I put like a lot of reverb on a.
Whoa, that was a big noise at
synthesizer.
the end of that song there.
Yeah. I put a synth on the end with a long like reverb tail, and then I reversed it and had it build up to that. So good times.
Cool.
Anyway, hello. How we doing, guys?
Pretty well.
We feeling the darkcast? Are we feeling like we're in the darkness?
I was born in the darkness, Jacob. I've only embraced it.
What's up? I see Kino Mega in the chat. I see Mochi Squeeze in the chat. Just want to call them out. Say what's up? What's up? How's it going? Gage, how you feeling tonight, man?
So far so good.
Nice. Yeah. I feel like I was kind of like in a bad mood earlier, but then
You merely adopted it.
That is true. I merely adopted the darkness. Yeah. So Neon Pocket Dimension, it's a place where you can go to nerd out and not
Belated
be judged.
birthday to
Ooh,
Belated birthday to who?
happy belated birthday to. I think the darkness has already claimed him. Yeah, that was a pregnant pause, everyone. Miguel, you're still with me, right? We'll get Gage.
Yeah, I can hear you, dude.
We'll get Gage back periodically. You know what I
Hopefully.
mean? I mean, I can see my internet isn't doing so well either, but like as long as you can still hear me, Miguel, you know what I'm saying? I think we're all right. And then in the chat, just let me know what's up. But anyway, Neon Pocket Dimension, a place to nerd out, a place to have a good time. And without being judged, typically we are talking about video games, we're talking about movies, we're talking about TV shows, we're talking about music, anything you can nerd out on, you know? We might have guests on here to talk about other things that aren't
I'd like to bring
typically
on like
nerd.
a taxidermist.
all of the above.
a taxidermist.
Yeah. Does anyone know anyone who does taxidermy?
I would love to have a taxidermist on the show. No, I don't.
Ooh.
I don't. So,
I don't know.
this is our casting call right here. If you do hear this moment and you're a taxidermist,
Me too.
reach out to us at Neon Pocket Dimension at gmail.com and say, hey, I'm interested in being on the show and talking all about taxidermy. You know what I mean? We'd love to have you on here. And Moji Squeeze in the chat says bad taxidermy lol, because that's great.
That would be fun too.
If you don't know about the bad taxidermy subreddit,
Or I'd also take grave diggers.
Oh,
ooh, I like gravediggers. That's a good idea. Yeah. Stamp collectors. You know what I mean?
yeah, philatelist, I believe they're called.
Oh, is that the name for a stamp collector?
I think so.
Interesting. If you're into true crime, you know what I mean? People like that can be on here. Stuff like that. I mean, honestly, like
Who isn't into true crime? I feel like at this point.
it is in the zeitgeist. What's that, Gage?
Ooh, the darkness got him.
He's pretty dark. He's gone dark, everyone. I mean, it's Neon Pocket Dimension, also a place with spotty internet connections. Can't lie about that one.
Bad internet dimension.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes again.
Yeah, he disappeared a little bit more. Anyway, so
I'm back.
are you back?
I'm back.
You're back. You're live. No.
Yeah, I thought so, but it's just the spirit. I'm going back into the spirit world.
No, that's cool, man. We'll just
Take us
I'm
in there,
live.
man. I want to go in there. Where do you go?
It's like
honestly, like, I feel like just lean into the fact that you are reporting live from hell,
Right.
or another, like, the ethereal realm. So just let us know periodically, like, what's going on with the ghosts there. Do they have any demands? Are they just trying to party? Miguel, like, maybe one of his ancestors has something to relay to us or something. Just let us know all about it.
Ancestors?
No, Miguel's, because
Oh, one of mine?
yeah.
I don't have any dead people, dude.
You don't got any dead people?
I gotta brush up. I gotta brush up on my. I'm gonna assume Mayan, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe Azteca? I don't know.
Maybe
No,
Azteca.
it would probably be more Native American, to be honest with you. Most of my
Nice.
family is
Oh,
from,
very cool.
Northern Mexico.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know a lot of. All I know is that my grandma's from Mexico. My grandpa has like French and Spanish in him, but the white side of the family, we're all from Wales. That's apparently the motherland for me. So
No way.
I'm
Welsh
Welsh.
is such a weird language. It's so fun.
Oh yeah, it's really interesting.
Very different.
So was Celtic, like being in Ireland was interesting because everything's written in Celtic there, and you learn a little bit, like Ishkabaha, water of life, or whiskey if you want to call it there. What's everyone drinking tonight? We're having beers again. I'm drinking that one beer, the Vegas
There you
as
go.
fuck one. You guys remember that one?
I'm
I'm
still on my Pacifico train.
Nice. Miguel?
Nice.
I've got a Stash Panda.
I do remember that one.
Golden Road right on.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
I think we fully just lost Gage.
he's definitely been eaten by the demon.
Yeah. But it's DARKCAST anyway. So it's like not like you'd really get to see Miguel right like the entire time, but I'm sure he'll be back eventually.
I'm back.
Oh,
Are you?
well, after he flips on his light or his camera, it'll be good. It'll
Yeah.
reposition.
I just wanted to show everyone the mirror dimension. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's another place we can enter. During the DARKCAST.
Okay,
There you go. He's back.
I'm jumping between the multiverses tonight. That's
Nice. That's great.
Discord needed to update. That's why it was happening. So
Fuck you, Discord.
yeah, Discord really screwed me up over there.
I'm saying fuck you, Discord, when our Nightbot just promoted our Discord. That's right. We got a Discord. You should
Fuck
join
you,
it.
Nightbot.
It's not his fault.
Be
Okay.
nice to the Nightbot.
Nightbot's tweeting at the wrong time.
You're tweeting up the wrong tree, Mr. Robot. Okay. We got to get to the WIBNU. What does WIBNU stand for, you ask? Well, that's what you've been nerding out on this week. That's right. It's the WIBNU. Miguel, why don't we start with Gage this time? Because I feel like he's got a very stable connection now. So, Gage, why don't you jump in?
Yeah.
Let us know what your WIBNU is this time.
I love it. So a bit of a different WIBNU for me this week. Last night we held the second annual. It's called the second annual Elijah Singer Iron Cocktail Competition here in my town of Arcata in Northern California.
Nice.
So it is put on by one of my really good friends, an old coworker from the bar that I worked at, called Campground. Everyone go there if you're in Arcata. And so what happens is essentially all these different bartenders from around town come together and they all create their own cocktail and make it in front of the judges and make one for a presentation and one for tasting. And we essentially get to go through all these many cocktails and rate them on taste and presentation and creativity. So it was a total blast last night. Yeah, I got to taste, I think it was 10 cocktails total.
Wow.
And
Were they full size?
so we obviously there was 5 judges, so we shared. So I had 1/5 of 10 cocktails.
Okay.
But still, I was pretty drunk, and I was having some wine in between. It was a whole thing. So, but yeah, there was some we had a really big turnout. There was a bunch of people came, and this is only the second year that we did it in a row, and so there was there was probably like 40 or so people there, and yeah, it was just a really good time. We did it in this barrel room for this winery, so it was a cool venue, and I don't know, people took it really seriously. We tasted some really amazing stuff. People made their own fruit jerky for garnish. There was a person that made a shark bite that was there was blood spilled in it, and you could see blood seeping into the drink. It was made out of, I forget what they used, bitters or something. And then Aishu, actually, my wife, competed, and she made an Indian street snack cocktail, and it actually won second place. And I promise unbiased. I promise unbiasedly, I didn't even vote for her, but yeah, there you go. So
that's
amazing. It was really cool. It was a really good event.
Okay, so I'm a little bit scared right now because my light just turned off on its own.
Whoa.
So it might be ghosts in here.
I'll help you out. I got a little extra.
We got kind of the same thing going on here.
We
See,
can
I'm in here.
lightsaber fight.
Wait, no, I have to hit this side. Wait. Shring. Oh, no.
I find your lack of light disturbing.
Wow. Okay,
Cool.
Miguel. What you been nerding out on this week? Oh
yeah,
no, wait,
so
you
that was my wife. It was cool.
Okay.
It was just it was a really cool thing to take part in, and I got to get drunk on good cocktails. So,
No, that's
yeah.
amazing, man. I can't believe Aishu won second place. It's great. And you designed the awards or something, right? Didn't you design something?
Yeah, the logo for the thing, and then we made there was awards, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Everyone got some pins and some bar gear, and the winner got a hat that I forget what the message was, but it was funny, I'm the best bartender of some kind, or bartender at large, or something like that. It was good.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, and they get to be a judge on next year's panel. The winner gets to be a judge, which is cool. So.
That's pretty sick. Oh, maybe we can go down and have some cocktails next year.
Yeah, all the participants,
You know?
or all the people who showed up too, got to drink everyone's cocktail. So everyone was feeling good. It was a good time.
Let me drink your cocktails.
Always.
Miguel,
What was that?
what you been nerding out on this week?
What did I nerd out on this week? I watched The Watcher,
Oh yeah, nice.
which I found
Nice.
kind of meh,
Uh-huh.
But
I thought it was
overall, still
fun.
kind of creepy. I find the actual story to be, that's fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah. For real.
Um, what else did I do? Oh, I played Scorn a little bit more. I haven't touched it since the weekend though. That's pretty cool. That's
It
fun.
is cool. It's a
Yeah.
good puzzle game.
Oh, so
Yes.
you're enjoying Scorn more now. You have to get
I am. Yes.
you have to get
I mean, it's still kind of boring, but
right exactly. See, I think you just need to get past that first kind of lull where it kind of gets the ball rolling, but it does have lulls. Like
oh yeah,
just big
but
chunks
I
of
almost
boring.
feel like that's by design,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yep.
especially the weapons they give you. I tend to run away from a lot of the enemies at this point.
Mhm.
Hmm.
If I can,
Makes sense, yeah.
because when you start out, you just got that little melee
Like,
weapon that
The
doesn't
little
really do anything.
little mouth thing. It's
Yeah.
it's like a xenomorph mouth.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Nice.
but I did that. I started playing Wasteland 3. I don't know if
Oh. Yeah, nice.
we'll see. I haven't decided. I'm not very good at those games. I play them for a little bit, then I get bored.
Right.
But
Like
that kind of like scratches a Fallout itch without having to play Fallout 76. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy.
Is Wasteland 3? So it's like top down and like click, like kind of Diablo-ish sort of vibe, or
No, it's an RTS.
oh okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's more like a
more of an
tactics
RTS.
game. More of a tactics game, right?
Yes. And like I said, I'm not great at those games. I do kind of like the world it's in, essentially.
Mhm.
So that's one of the reasons I'm playing it.
Right.
But we'll see how far I get into it. I had originally wanted to buy Wasteland 2 a long time ago when it was on Steam. It's still on Steam, but I was going to get it a while ago.
Mhm.
But all three Wasteland games are on Game Pass right now.
Yep.
Yes, they
So
are.
I figured I'd try them out.
Nice. Yeah. I remember when I first saw like that Wasteland 3 was on there and I got Game Pass on PC, I installed it alongside 100 other games.
Yeah.
I just never launched it. But I was like, one of these days.
Which is very easy to do with Game Pass because I almost feel like there's too many choices.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
but
agreed.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, and then I want to actually finish Scorn at some point, hopefully this weekend.
Nice. Yeah, I'd love to hear more about that next time. As you kind of go through, and maybe at the end you can kind of give it a score or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean overall, I think that it accomplished what it was probably going for.
Yeah, I think so too.
Weird H.R. Geiger, weird sexual stuff, and
Right.
everything looks like a penis type thing.
Everything. Well, remember we had this conversation the other day where you're like, "Oh, I went to the ball sack," and then to me, the ball sacks look like penis heads. So it's all up to interpretation, but it's all disgusting, and that's kind of the fun part.
Absolutely. And then you get to a point. I don't know if you've gotten there. It's pretty just obvious what's going on because there's like statues fucking.
Whoa.
I don't know if you got to that point or not.
I don't think I have.
No.
Yeah.
I think that you're the one that is now the furthest in Scorn than most people I know at this point.
Yeah, but there's
So-
like straight up statues fucking. So there's no like, oh,
Nice.
I see what they're trying to do there. No, it's pretty obvious.
Like, are they moving? Like
What's that?
they're grinding on each other?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, one's like going down on the other and stuff. Yeah.
Ooh, that's hot.
That'll get you to play, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm interested in I was, like I said last week, or maybe it was the week before, when I heard of that dev interview. They say the end of the game is like super like what the fuck type of moment. So I'm into it.
Okay,
We'll see.
so we gotta get there.
I'm curious to see what the fuck kind of moment is at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it sounds like
I will let you know when I beat it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish it too. I think I'm dedicated to. I'm trying to put some more games on my finished games this year. You know what I mean? I have a lot of games this year, but I haven't like finished a lot of games this year. So I'm gonna try.
I almost feel that like that's what Game Pass is best, at least for me.
Oh,
is
yeah.
the indie games.
It absolutely. I totally agree with that, Miguel. Like, there's so many good games on there that are, between $3 and $40 that are just on Game Pass that like people would just probably not buy because they're too busy playing like blockbuster games like God of War. Or, you just throw it, you just play it. Like you played that one game, Sable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like perfect. There's so many games like that. I'm trying to think of another indie game off the top of my head. I mean, besides the classics, I mean, there's so many classics on there too.
Power Wash Simulator. I got a good, 2 hours out of that.
Out of what?
Power Wash Simulator.
Oh, dude, keep that installed because at any given moment we could just multiplayer that and just space out and play. It's actually pretty cool. Death's Door's on there too. Yeah, Death's Door is one of the best games of this year. Was it this year or last year that it came out?
I'll have to check that out.
Last year. I recently finished Spirit Fair on there. That was awesome. Yeah. Because it was leaving. I think it's no longer on Game Pass. But I finished it before it got off, and
it's out of there now. Yeah.
Plague Tale. I'm dedicated to starting this weekend. So let's go.
I like to play the first one, but I mean, does it matter if I play the first one?
Yes, you must play the first one first.
Well, then it's not on Game Pass.
That's the story, dude. Because it just 2 just picks up like hours after 1 ends.
Yeah, I guess my thought is maybe you could watch a Plague Tale in 5 minutes and then start the second one. I don't know.
I think
the first one was.
I think you'll get more out of the second game story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you play through the first one.
It's not that long. The first one's only like 5-6 hours long, maybe a little longer than that. I forget how long it took me.
It's like 20-something hours.
Your bro said just the 5-minute recap.
No, fuck that. Play through the first one. I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good game.
Was it 20 hours? I feel like I beat that really fast. But no, I guess it was more like 12 or 15 or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But look, when I play games, dude, I scour every corner. I'm not just running through it. So
for the 20 minutes that you play them?
Yeah, my 20 minutes I'm spending like high as fuck exploring every corner of the game. That's great. No, fuck that law, Mr. 5 minutes every game. Yeah, no, screw you, bro. I play more than 5 minutes. I just play every game for a few hours. There are certain games I actually sit down and play through. Like I started continuing Like a Dragon because I want to play Persona 5. We're jumping into my wife new now.
Nice.
I want to play Persona 5, but I'm like, I already got a JRPG. I need to finish it. I got really far in it. It's Like a Dragon, and that's such a fucking great game. That's Yakuza, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I started playing it again last night and falling asleep to cutscenes because that's so much of my playthrough. Because the cutscenes are
like 45 minutes long.
They're so fucking long. And then Mochi Squeeze was like, I'm going to bed. And I was like, I was sleeping through a cutscene. And then I was like, wait, hold on. There's another cutscene playing, and I don't want to leave it on pause. I want to get through this damn cutscene so I could save, So I had to stay sitting on the couch watching this cutscene. You can kind of flip through it. But yeah, like to Steven's point real quick in the chat, he says Plague Tale Requiem, which is the second one, is more of the same. But IMO, I like the first game, and I think it's worth a playthrough. You know what I mean? And it is the same characters, and they're just older in the second one. It's just more of their story. So I feel like, personally, I like to play games in a series. I like to play all of them if I can. You know what I mean? Before I just play the new one. But I guess it's not necessary. So it's up to you. Do what you want. But I'd say play the first one.
I had a great time with the first one, but I'm just, since the second one is on Game Pass, and since it is kind of such a story game. I mean, in some cases, you'll be more attached to the characters if you spend more time with them. But
the first one was on Game Pass, so it must have just come off. So yeah, I get it.
It's not on there now.
If you don't want to play it because it's not on Game Pass, then fine.
It's only on. I can get it off Steam or buy it, but
yeah, it's fine. I get it now. I understand. I thought they were both on there, but Asobo. You know what? Don't they also make Flight Simulator?
They do.
Yeah.
Such a weird
food for thought.
Contrast.
Food for thought. But I digress, my friends. There's some other good games coming to Game Pass very soon. I just want to throw out that there was an Age of Empires event thing that just happened. They just announced that they're going to be remaking Age of Mythology.
Age of Mythology.
Yeah, which I'm excited to hear. And I need to get back to Age of Empires 4. But what have I been nerding out on this week, my friends? It's Ghostbusters, Spirits Unleashed. It's Phasmophobia. Was playing a bit of that with Pandafin. And then I played a bunch of Overwatch 2 with the homie Singer Bro. I think on Sunday. And then it's just been horror movies, horror. We watched X. Recommend it. For someone told me it
Cool.
wasn't good, but then it's really good. You should just watch X. Mochi Squeeze and I watched it last night. Excuse me. I watched Demon Knight, which is incredible. It's like peak fucking Billy Zane. And it's very 90s. It's got
Nice.
Jada Pinkett, not Jada Pinkett Smith, Jada Pinkett in it. So that should date that. You know,
Yeah.
that
Nice.
movie. And it is Demon Knight is not only is it on Peacock, but it is a Tales from the Crypt film.
Oh yeah.
It's dope as hell. I also watched.
Wait, I have a question for you, real fast.
Yo, what's up?
I was just gonna ask about X. Did it give it to you? Did it give it to you?
Yeah. Oh, bro. X really gives it to you, and
Nice.
X gets it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Yes, it's a very sexual film, but that's all I'm gonna leave it at. X is totally worth it. Kid Cudi was good in it. Everyone was good in that movie. Yeah, it was super good. I watched a couple others. I started watching Videodrome. That's a very rated XXX type of movie.
Yes.
But I need to kind of set that aside and watch it in the right setting, not just randomly. There's another movie, but I forgot. Fuck. Mochi Squeeze says it was I Have No Words. Yeah, you should have seen it. Yeah, X. I mean, I finished Child's Play 2. That was great. There's an old movie. Oh, The Beyond. There you go. Fuck, it was hard to remember that. I watched The Beyond for the first time, and man, what a strange, dreamlike movie that is. It's very surreal and strange, and it's from the 70s. That one Italian guy made a bunch of those type of movies.
Yeah. Fuck. I know his name, but
Beyond.
I can't remember it.
Yeah, it's Silva, I think. I can't remember his name
Yeah.
off the top of my head. But
It'll
The
come back
Beyond,
to me maybe.
was The Beyond great? I mean, I don't know. I thought it was cool and fun. You know what I mean? It was I had that movie on in the background while I was working, and it's perfect for that because there's just a lot of weird scenes of random gore and shit. And so yeah, maybe throw that on, but I'm not gonna sit here and recommend it like I will X. X is very good, so check that out. I really enjoyed that movie. But there's still so many more horror movies for us to watch. Halloween's coming up next. You know what I mean? So this is the last spooky episode we're doing. So you know what I mean? Make sure you get out there and get spooky. Watch a couple of horror films. That's my recommendation for you. Also, we're going to do our Tacos and Terror annual event with the homie Miguel. He's going to come over and
that's awesome.
Polly Pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to make carne asada. I'm going to make enchiladas. I'm going to make beans and rice. What's that?
Is that Saturday?
Saturday. Yep.
Okay.
Do you mean Carnage asada?
Yeah, carnage asada and stabadas.
Sure.
Stabadas. And then what we do is we have tacos or Mexican. I make Mexican food basically of some form, and then we watch a double feature horror thing. So for sure we're gonna watch the original Candyman. And we were talking about doing It Follows, but then I don't know. We may do a different film for the other movie. So.
Just rewatched It Follows this week, and yeah, God, I love that movie. It's so good.
So fucking good, dude.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, see,
I wasn't
Miguel watched it, but
My first thought was just go to sex club. You're done. You don't have to worry about that.
The thing I like about that, I nerd out on that movie for being headier than it needs to be. There's some really cool, if you listen to that chick who's on the weird little clamshell phone the whole time, she's just spouting some really philosophical stuff, and it's cool to if you really pay attention to that movie more than I do most horror movies. It's got some cool ideas about inevitability and shit like that. It's cool. So
nice. I feel like horror movies are really good at they're good at subtlety with the film, the actual cinematography, because there's always a lot of weird shit happening in the background just to fuck with you in a lot of movies. And sometimes there's like straight up a ghost in the background that you may not have noticed or something. Like we were watching some movie and there was like a creature it almost looked like there was a creature in the bushes and I could see like 2 green eyes. And it was only for like a split second. And I was like, oh my God, is that like, later on reflecting back upon it, I'm like, was that like what I thought it was? And I think it may have been. But they just like,
well, it's like,
that's the fun thing about horror movies.
Yeah, well, it's like It Follows, like something I noticed on this last rewatch is like, I never really noticed it before, but like, there's these 2 little kids that are just like spying on the main girl this whole time. And like in the beginning, you think it's just like innocuous, like kids on the street who are like staring at her to try and see her like in the pool or whatever.
Yeah.
And then later you realize that one of them is like one of the people, one of like the entity that comes after her in one scene, and you're like, oh, so was it kind of like stalking her the whole time? It's this, I don't know, it's cool. There's some little stuff like that, which is rad.
Just to fuck with you. That kind of reminds me of Big Lebowski, because like I had watched that movie so many times, and then every time I noticed a new joke or like some weird thing in the background. I just love that kind of stuff. It's great. I think The Witch is another kind of movie that does things like that too, where it's just like very, atmospheric, and there's just a lot going on. There's a lot of still shots where you're like, what am I looking at? And I bet you there's some shit happening in the background that, you have to really think about. But I digress again. That's enough for the Vibe New for today, guys. We got ourselves a special night tonight. It's DARKCAST. Hashtag DARKCAST. DARKCAST. And that means we're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna mess around a little. We're not gonna go too long. We're not gonna be endorsing anything except for like demonic stuff. So think about some evil to endorse, like, you know what I mean?
I got you.
Abortion.
What?
Wow.
I endorse abortion. It's evil.
Okay. Woo. Right on. So, but before we get,
he's been watching the Kanye West Lex Friedman podcast.
Oh no. Yeah, politics, right? However, before we get to that, we're gonna mess around a little. Okay, we're gonna mess around a little bit. First things first. How long we've been sitting in the dark? Like 30 minutes?
45. Yeah, 40 minutes, something like that.
40 minutes. Okay. So let's start with the first. And if you are, again, I said this to anyone who may be listening or watching this right now. I hope you turned your lights off too, because you can participate in all these things. So first we're going to start off with a little game called What Do You Hear? And all I'm really going to ask you to do is, you've been sitting in a dark room this whole time. Just take your headphones off and just tell us, like, do you hear any ghosts or anything? So let's see.
What are you hearing?
What are you buying?
I just hear my cat licking himself.
Let's see.
Sexy.
You hear a cat licking himself?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's in the chair next to me.
Oh, he's sitting in the chair next to you?
There's 2 chairs in here. He has his own chair.
Aw.
He's
That's
sitting in
cute.
the chair.
All right, let's see what I hear.
My computer doing his thing.
All right, what do you hear, Jacob?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm listening.
Yeah. I can vamp while you listen if you want, or just burp because I've been drinking beer.
I hear my fan. I hear the fan on my laptop.
All right.
That's about it.
Well, it is
running
the stream.
Else.
It's working hard,
It's true.
Are you scared, Jacob?
I'm a little bit, because earlier the light turned off and I didn't turn it off. It didn't fall or anything, and nobody pressed any buttons. It was just off. So
You sure mine's not fucking with you?
The singer bro says in the chat, says the hum of nearby electricity flowing.
Ooh,
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yep.
You guys know about poltergeists?
Sure.
They're like,
Yeah, what about
those are the type of ghosts that are very electromagnetic.
Oh, are they?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if there was a haunting in your house and you noticed either things moving or opening, right? Like such as, and I mean like heavy activity, not just like a door moving. I mean like,
How about cabin doors opening?
Yeah, exactly. Like the cabinet doors and opening or slamming in your kitchen, or specifically electromagnetic interference, like a radio.
Like a radio, yeah.
Yeah, or like lights flickering and stuff like that. Or like literally like an item being thrown across like a room or something. That's a poltergeist. So, in case you didn't know that.
Should I listen? Should I listen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna take my headphones off. I'm gonna describe to you what I'm hearing while my headphones are off. So just 1 second. All right.
All right. Let's see. What does he hear?
Whoa, there's some voices coming from somewhere.
Oh no.
Let me see if I can hear what they're saying.
All right. Let's see.
All right. One of them says, "I don't know who you are.
What?
Go away.
Oh no.
Get out." It's saying, "Wait. I farted?" It said I farted. That's all I know.
Damn, that ghost knows everything.
That ghost knows everything, man. He knows. He knows what happened.
Well,
all right, that's cool. Well, don't tell anyone, ghost. Okay, I'm on a podcast.
all right. Can you check in with that ghost later? And
I'll check back.
I want to hear what does that ghost have anything to say about Scorn or like you know what I mean? Plague Tale. Oh my God, dude! You cut out a little. You cut out a little right at that moment.
It
Where's
says
the ghost here?
2.5 out of 5 or out of 10. It didn't respond. I don't know.
Yeah.
2.5 apparently.
Dude, what?
Ask him what his name is.
Oh yeah, ask his name.
Oh, am I gone? Is that it?
Oh, you're back. Hello,
Are you there? Oh,
Gage.
his internet ghost got him.
Oh no, I'm scared now. Now I'm scared.
I think I lost you guys.
Oh my
sure
God!
I lost you guys
Oh.
forever.
Are we hear you now? Are you there, Gage? Oh God, this is. I don't like this. Miguel, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I'm like, am I
Yeah,
dead?
it's definitely not you.
Am I the ghost now? Fuck.
He shouldn't have made up the ghost. Now he's
the
getting
ghost
honest
says
real.
Scorn. The ghost says Scorn is 2 out of 5 out of 5. 2.5 out of 5.
Mochi Squeeze said, "See, you guys tempted the dark side."
Yeah,
You know?
you shouldn't have done that. You
Fuck.
shouldn't have made up a
I'm
ghost. Now you have a
scared,
real one.
dude. Mochi Squeeze also in the chat said, "I hear children playing," which can be scary, but there's a lot of children on our street, so you know what I mean. They're out there.
I can't wait to move into a neighborhood with no children. To be honest,
Yeah, there's a lot now here. One of the kids likes to ding dong ditch too. And you know, here's a really funny story for you guys. The other day I was walking the dog and I'm coming home and this little that same kid that's been ding dong ditching, he starts talking to me. He's like, "Oh, I like your dog." He's like, "Hey, have you seen a kid ding dong ditching houses and running away?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I think it's my twin brother. I have a twin brother and he likes to do bad things. And I just want you to let you know I've seen him running away from your house." And I don't think that kid has a twin brother. You see what I mean?
I like how you even thought about the fact that maybe he does.
I mean, I have never seen two of the same kid. You know what I mean? Like that kid, I think that kid has a sister. And like even today I saw him like hanging out outside, with their mom or something across the street. And I'm like, man, oh, we did lose Gage.
Rare dimension.
Oh my God, I'm so scared. Oh no, Discord's updating. Fuck that guy. He said, "Discord, why would you update again?" All right, cool. Yeah, he rang the doorbell and says, "I'm a YouTuber." That's what the kid said when he ding dong ditched. Little fuck.
Hey, at least he's not trying to like lighting bags of dog crap on your door.
No.
Can you imagine?
No, I hope he doesn't do anything like that. But
Oh, I mean, if he does something like that, don't step on it. Obviously, just pour some water on it.
yeah, thank you for the advice, Miguel. I'm gonna pour gasoline on it. You know what I mean? Let's get that puppy really burning.
Burn the house down.
Yeah, it's burning. Yeah, I'll show that kid. I'll be like, "You burned my house down, you little shit," and then he'll regret it for the rest of his life.
And if you have renter's insurance, you can claim some nice policy.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are recording this, so I think that's fraud. And this is evidence of fraud. So let's not do that.
Damn it. Damn it.
MPD does not condone fraud or any illegal activities.
That's true. I mean, I talked about the devil's lettuce earlier, but it is legal here. So
It's legal here. It's different.
So that
Wait,
is legal.
is it now legal in Vegas?
Oh, it's been legal for
It's been legal
3
for a
years?
while.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Been a while.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
it's been a long time here too, but I just,
What else? Oh, well, yeah. So all I was gonna say is that we got all these kids on the street now, so we made sure to get some candy. We're gonna leave a bowl out for them because we'll be over at the my uncle's house, hanging out with the family.
Nice.
My family on Halloween. So anyway, that's enough of that. Do you guys want to get into some games? Are you ready?
Always.
Ready for a game or two? Gage, why don't we start with the game that you mentioned first? Let's make sure we get that one in.
Did you just say my name? Sorry.
Yes. Did you cut out again?
Just for a second.
Okay.
I'm back. I'm back in business.
The game that you mentioned earlier that we could play.
Did I mention a game that we mentioned earlier? Was it What You've
It's
Been
the horror
Hearing?
game thing.
Oh.
Horror game. Okay. Well, all right. So we're gonna play some games today.
Sorry.
It's okay. With the time we have left, the first game is we're gonna create a horror game.
Oh yes.
Essentially.
Sorry, I didn't realize. I guess I wasn't necessarily calling that a game, more like a segment. But I
No,
like
these-
it.
Yeah, they're all segments. You know what I'm saying? But
It's a game.
we'll call
I'm
it a
with
game.
it. I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, one by one, we'll just kind of go down the line and go like in a loop until we've coming up with ideas for our Neon Pocket Dimensions first horror video game. Okay.
Love it.
So we'll start with the basic things like perspective, and then we'll kind of go with like, you know what I mean, like is it like genre, like survival horror, or whatever, stuff like that. So who wants to start off?
Well, let's start with perspective. I guess who? What do you guys think?
Yeah, you think we should do first person, third person, isometric?
I think first person's probably the scariest for any type of horror game, to be honest with you.
I agree.
Agreed. Yeah.
If you're trying to go scary, go first person.
All right, first person it is.
Cool. So yeah, our scary game will be in first person. Okay, so now I will just fuck. I wish I had dice, but I wouldn't be able to see it either. But I'll just the Miguel put like a scary thing that's in there, like a monster, a ghost, or something. Like what are the adversaries in this game? What should it be?
I think it should be some sort of like Hellraiser type creature, like something really fucked up from another dimension.
Okay.
Nice.
So like Lovecraftian.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, this is a Neon Pocket Dimension.
Oh.
game.
That's what I was getting at.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm in agreement. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Maybe some tentacles or something and some babies hanging off of it or something. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
like
you bring up a good point. Maybe it should be like dimensions. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so I got an idea. So
pitch it.
we got a first-person game where extra-dimensional creatures are battling you. So then,
Cool.
then that means that maybe it should be almost like Portal, right? But like
Okay.
each of the puzzle rooms is like a different creature.
Okay, so how about this, right? So
See, it went out
like-
again.
whoa.
The fuck? Can you guys not see that shit happening to me?
Sure, it's
I mean,
not
you're.
It's probably on a timer, but it's still scary.
I'll give you some more lightsaber light if you need it. A little bit of lightsaber light.
Don't be afraid.
Okay, so I got an idea. So, how about this, right? You have a portal gun, right?
Okay.
And you're using it to traverse these, like, let's say maybe you're in like some big sort of maze, like construct, right?
Yeah.
You know, kind of like the movie Cube or something like that.
Ooh, do you just bring up Cube right now? That's amazing.
I may have just brought up Cube.
We love Cube.
It's still in the chat.
Polly Pocket, you love Cube. All right, continue, Gage.
Yes. So for traversing around this place and for solving some puzzles, you can utilize this portal gun, but the problem is when you put a portal on the wall, it opens up a portal from another dimension, which can bring in all sorts of unknown horrors. So it's like
shit.
It's like risk reward. Like, oh, I could use this portal gun to like skip through this part, but then I might have some gnarly enemy I got to run away from or something.
Interesting, but you do have to use the portal gun to get through the levels and solve the puzzles.
I would say at some point, yes, you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but every time you use a portal, another creature comes out of. Well, I wouldn't want it to come out of the same portal, because, like, just thinking of game design, like, that would be annoying, right? Every time you use your thing, then like,
I would suggest that you could choose what type of dimension you open, and like each creatures that comes through helps you in a different way.
Oh, I mean, that's like Pokemon.
Well, that could be like, I mean, that could be kind of.
They're just coming through.
I mean,
it could be kind of Metroidvania, like, right, where like,
interesting.
You know, for certain doors to open them up, you like, you know, you want like a big brooding monster that's gonna smash a bunch of shit or something, or you know, that kind of thing.
And it could also kill you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like
wait.
Other
so
ones like.
Are you guys trying to say that like the portals themselves are only to be used to like let monsters in to like essentially solve the puzzles in a specific way?
Yeah, that's what I would say. So it's almost like a horror puzzle game.
Right. So like you have to open the puzzle but also not be killed by or open the portal to let the monster in to do whatever it needs to do, but also not be killed by it.
Exactly.
Dude,
Yeah.
Maybe you could have like a way to bait them around a little. You know what I mean? Like
possible.
Snickers bars.
Yeah, I like that.
Or a Baby Ruth.
So the Baby Ruth is for like, you know, one of the portals, a giant fucked up like baby fetus comes out, and so you gotta use baby Ruth to yeah.
Baby Ruth.
Either that or an old racist baseball player. You know, and then that's scary too.
He likes to point at things and then say the N-word. Or what?
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, that's terrifying.
It's kind of true though. But you know, that was the time.
Right? Yeah, not to say that it was okay, but
no, it wasn't okay. But that was just like,
it's just how
you know
things
what I mean?
were, unfortunately.
They're like, we drank sodas and we said the N-word. Yeah, pretty shameful.
Pop. They would have called it pop.
Oh yeah, fuck them and their stupid.
Depends on where you're from, right?
True.
I guess that's true.
True. Pop is more of a Midwest thing. I think that's what the Pizza Man Sam calls it.
Yeah, he calls it pop.
He's like, pop. I want a
get
pop.
the fuck out of here with the pop.
Yeah, up in the Northeast, they call them soda jerks. You know, like you go to a soda, whatever they call them. There's a soda jerk there. Yeah.
Dude, have you ever had Sarsi?
Huh.
No.
You guys ever hear of this Sarsi stuff?
No.
Really?
What?
That's like a Filipino, like, it's like the Filipino Coke, but it's actually sarsaparilla basically or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like it's the soda they drink in the Philippines. Like it's like the Coke, like the big name brand.
To talk to Polly Pocket about this.
Ask her about the Sarsi, dude. And it's spelled exactly.
I've never heard of Sarsi.
It's spelled exactly how you'd imagine, like Sarsi.
That's what I thought.
I just looked it up.
Sarsi, yeah, check it out. It's a real thing.
Any good?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's like, I don't know if it's like black licorice or yeah, I think it's closer like a sarsaparilla.
Oh, Mochi Squeeze grew up drinking that. You're not Filipino, Mochi Squeeze.
Whoa. Well, she can understand Tagalog, but she doesn't speak it.
You're Mexican.
Wait, man. He's over here. You know what? Shut up. I'm not playing your game.
You're not wrong, Jacob.
You know what? You're just in the darkness right now, so you feel like you can say anything.
He feels a little safe in his dark lair.
She said, "How dare you?"
I see her.
This is bullshit. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I like our game so far. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, cube-ish type of like nightmare puzzle maze.
Yeah, where you have to open
like,
portals for monsters to come out to like,
yeah,
to be able to do things. Like I would imagine you'd open one portal, let in certain monsters who are just going to be eaten alive, right? And then you let in a big monster that'll chase them around, but then you somehow try to channel the little ones to go in a certain way so that when the big one eats them, maybe he either does collateral damage to like a wall or like he poops out something you need to melt a wall or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like there's some type of like weird squishy door thing, and it makes all like
there's
weird
got to be a lot of like squelching noises.
And then when you open a certain type of portal, a weird like tentacle monster comes through, and they can open the squishy door for you, but they also let out like a poison gas, so you have to like get out of there quick, type of thing.
Or it gets real Japanese and it tries to rape you.
Yeah,
there you go.
Nani? All right, cool.
And you're like, no, that's ectoplasm. No.
No, don't stop. I mean, stop.
I'll give you some ectoplasm if you want it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
you gotta work for it.
So let's see.
You gotta work for that ectoplasm though, man. You really gotta work for it. Put them elbow grease into it, buddy.
It takes a little while.
It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
Well, what I was thinking, maybe what do we think for main boss? I think the name of the main boss, and then we can decide what this looks like, should be called the Wybnox.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like with an X?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure. The Wybnox. Sure.
What you been nerding out on Xeno something?
No, it doesn't have to be an abbreviation. That's just the name. He's just like an evil creature of some sort.
The Wybnox, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's some sort of fuck beast though. That much is obvious.
Okay. All right.
The main goal is to fuck everything?
Yeah, at the end, isn't that always what the monster's trying to do? Just trying to eat and fuck.
The xenomorphs are trying to do. They're trying to fuck you
and eat you.
Well, technically, they impregnate you. So
yeah, come on. That's kind of true. I mean, that's what
they impregnate you directly.
That's what the alien greys do.
And then laying eggs.
The alien greys are always trying to milk us. You know what I mean?
Well, that's different. An alien. I was thinking a xenomorph.
But they do want to put their seed down your throat. You know what I mean? And that's pretty explicit.
Good Lord. So,
at that point.
So the Wybnox, I say, is a giant. A giant. What are we thinking, creature looking wise? It's like it's got to be a hybrid of some kind, you know.
Well, if it's Lovecraftian at all, I would assume it does have. Sorry, I need to grab my. I got this beer that I need to pop the bottle top off of, and it's dark as fuck in here, so I need to use my light. I would assume because it's Lovecraftian, it'd have a lot of tentacles, and it'd be kind of like octopusian, right?
Yeah, maybe squiddy kind of vibe.
Right. Yeah, I would kind of go with
like Dr. Zoidberg, where it's got like a little bit of tentacles on its mouth.
Yeah, or if you want to get really D&D with it, then a Mind Flayer. But yeah.
But what if its head looks like those little tiny like kind of like see-through catfish with the weird little whiskers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that actually makes like the things from the Outer Wilds. This big ass lanternfish.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe more of that. But then why don't we just give him? Why don't we give him like too many wings?
Yeah, like
instead of 2 wings, let's give him like 20 wings. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
going in different directions.
16 wings, and some of them are like kind of like dragonfly wings, where they're like kind of papery and pasty.
I'd also like to think he drops little versions of himself.
Oh my god!
Bummer.
That's perfect.
Yeah, like or like in Cloverfield where it's like the main Cloverfield monster, its skin particles become those weird little like clamper monster guys.
Yeah, dude, I actually thought they were more like barnacles that would just kind of come off and then start eating people.
Oh, nice. So yeah, maybe it's just got death barnacles on it,
Yeah. Or you can call them fuck barnacles.
Yeah. Fuck barnacles, yeah. So like, their orifice, you're like, oh, that orifice looks pretty intriguing there. But then, you stick whatever, your hand or other stuff in there, and then it's like, and it like clamps down. It's all gnarly.
Yeah, and then it sucks you.
Yeah,
but like,
fuck you. That's right.
Yeah.
But like painfully and
right.
like mortally.
Yeah, it sucks you to death, basically. Yeah.
It's a terminal sucking.
What, Miguel? What was that? Miguel?
I said the ultimate pleasure. So we're essentially describing a Cenobite.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah. It's similar, but it's a Wibnox.
Yeah. It's the Wibnox. It wants
to
fuck you. It wants to suck you, and it's gonna fly very erratically.
Cool. Yeah, and it's slightly translucent, kind of squiddy, kind of anglerfishy.
So you can see its like insides and stuff. Dude, what if you could see like different like creatures inside of it being digested?
Oh yeah.
So
it's got
yeah. Oh yeah. The digesting is all sex related.
Yes, exactly.
It's like a sarlacc pit.
It's like a sexy sarlacc pit in there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yes. See, same mind. Same mind. Cool. Well, I like our game.
Right, well,
what are we gonna name this thing? What are we gonna name it?
Oh,
gotta name it real quick.
Wibnox and me.
I like it. Wibnox and me.
Wibnox and me. A Neon Pocket Dimension tale.
Yeah, it would be Neon Pocket Dimension Studios presents Wibnox and me.
A love story.
A love story.
A love story.
A love story and a horror. A horror affair. There you go.
Yeah, or Portal Metroidvania first person walking fucking simulator.
I kind of want to play this game now. I would play this. That'd be a good,
I would play
be a
too.
good stream game. Cool, guys.
That was fun. That was awesome.
Cool. Well, okay, that's one of the games we got. I got some other ones too. So, and they're mostly like improvisational, you know what I mean? So we'll just have some fun, basically.
I had a couple beers in me. I'm ready to rock.
Perfect. So, I'm doing I was just a very basic improv kind of prompt. It's a horror movie game. So we'll take turns coming up with horror movie names or refer to the chat for a horror movie name. So go ahead and pop off with just think of a funny name or interesting name for a horror film. Don't even really think about it too hard. Just throw it out there. And then we'll act it out. I mean, obviously you won't see us, but we'll act out the trailer or the movie the best that we can. So who wants to go first?
I can go first on the or on the naming or on the acting.
The acting we can all do. You know what I'm saying? We'll do as a group. Yeah, we'll keep that part simple. But we can take turns on the actually coming up with the name itself. So
okay,
I'll come out. Or what do you got? You got something?
I got one.
All right, throw it out there.
We're gonna call this big. Wait, hold on. I'm almost there with it. If you got one, you can start with it. But right. I got to workshop mine a little.
I was gonna say, you ready?
Yep.
This movie is called Wolf Apocalypse.
Oh, nice.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
So we want to just like act out the movie, or we only want to do like trailers? Miguel, what do you think?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I think trailers are more easy. You know what I mean? Just try to keep it short, and it's
That's probably the best.
Yeah, exactly. You've seen a horror movie trailer, right? So it's always like it always kind of starts with whatever, and then it just shows some scary clips and stuff. So Wolf Apocalypse.
Sally, stay away from the windows.
I'm leaving air open for you guys to jump in.
What was that? Whoa.
Dirk, I'll do what I want.
Hey,
It's really beautiful out tonight.
this is Sally. All right. I heard some goddamn wolves outside this Halloween.
If you thought your town was safe from the wolves,
Shut the
think
fuck up.
again.
Hey guys, it's your old pal Sally. I'm here to fucking rock and roll. He pulls out a
Sally.
machine gun.
That wolf is right behind you.
I don't even see a wolf.
All right, Sally's dead. at least we think, you know, at least we think that's what
we got part of
happens.
it. We got part of it down. Miguel, you got anything?
Come back to me.
Okay.
Let me think.
Okay, so my movie, and I'll give you a little bit of the gist. So maybe we need a little more of like a prompt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my movie is called System of a Clown, right? So it's about a sad Armenian failed opera singer who becomes a clown and roams from town to town.
I like how that rhymes.
What's scary about it?
I mean, scary Armenian clowns and just Armenia, you know, I don't know, just little villages.
What you're
in
telling me
Armenia.
is you have to be afraid of clowns.
Yeah, and like the Baltics, you know? Like,
So none of us are Armenian, and I don't want to like attempt an accent because I feel like I'm gonna offend someone. You know what I mean?
I would do that.
no, I was just gonna do like something. I was, you know.
Were you just gonna be Serge Tankian?
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Okay, I see that.
Or the guitar player whose name escapes me, but you know, I'm better at his little.
Remember,
squeaky
chat, if
squeal.
you have any ideas for a prompt for a horror movie, throw it in the chat. Give us a name or something. You know what I'm saying? All right. Sorry. Go ahead and continue.
Singer Bro said I came back just in time to hear the rhyme.
Yeah, perfect. That rhyme too.
It did.
Gage, what was it called again? Give me the name one more
It's
time.
called System of a Clown.
Okay, here it comes.
So yeah.
Hold on.
All right, no,
I do like how you made him an opera singer, though.
I'm a clown. It's a pastime activity. There you go.
And then you have like some kid like on the street meeting him. He's like, "Hey, I like your lollipop, sir." And then you just see Serge Tankian like turn his head really quick, and then the music goes, "Boom."
It's like
Every minute, every second, bye. Pepperoni, angry peppers, mushrooms, olive chives. Pepperoni, angry peppers, mushrooms, olive chives.
and then the kid's like, I'm vegetarian, no.
And then he just says, "Meat therapy. That was time because of."
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That's all I really wanted from that movie.
Yeah.
You know?
But then
And he's like,
while
I'm so sad. I'm not an opera singer.
while he's doing that though, he's like balancing on a fucking like thing, right? Because he's a clown. I mean, what do clowns do?
You know, they
Get
they
little
got
cars?
a button nose. Maybe they make a balloon animal.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean, it depends on the type of clown you're talking about, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine that Serge
The sad
Tankian.
clown, because those are kind of scary.
Yeah, that's what I would imagine because he has a lot to say about politics and the Armenian genocide, and he's a very sad clown. He's a very sad
The
clown.
he's just showing pictures of like the atrocities, and like the kid's just like, no, this is my birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask what this the sad clown's name is? Not to put you on the
Toxicity?
spot, but-
I was gonna say chop suey.
Oh, that works too. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Pastime activity.
Anyways, that's my
There
movie
you go.
System of a Clown.
All right, we got
I've got one.
Okay, Miguel's got one.
It's called the Ding Dong Ditcher.
Oh.
To bring it back full circle.
I like that. Good job. Great
So it's either
callback.
like some sort of demon or a serial killer
Uh-huh.
who rings the bell, gets you to open, makes you think that it's a kid,
I like
Nice.
that.
and then he slowly fucks with you until he kills you.
Whoa.
Nice.
All right, here. Let me get some music going. Ready?
Dum, 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 Dum dum.
This
I'm
summer.
a YouTuber.
This summer.
That'll be in the trailer. Ding
Yeah,
dong,
yeah, it has
I'm a
to be.
YouTuber.
Has to be. What is it? Oh. What is it, babe? Oh, just some kid on the ring. Let's go take a look.
This summer.
Go.
Oh, hi, mister. I like your dog.
Open the door.
I don't have a dog anymore.
I have a twin
You-
brother and he does bad.
If you thought the young whippersnappers in your neighborhood were bad,
What's that sound at the window?
wait until you see
Bing bong.
the Ding Dong Ditcher.
And then it just does one last cut, and it's all like, "I'm a YouTuber," ha ha ha. And then it like flashes, and then it just shows like a date, like summer 2024.
Yeah, I'm in.
There you go. It's got to be summer
Sounds
sometime.
great. Sounds great. Sounds like a good
That's
film.
good.
And
I like that one.
like after the title card, then there's like one more little jump scare of like like a little freaky kid demon like just stabbing some girl in the leg or something like that.
You just see the shadow of it like on the wall. You know what I mean? You see the little kid just like slowly transform to like a 7-foot thing with like arms, like too many arms.
Yep.
Steve in the chat said, "Wake up, grab a knife, and go stab your neighbor."
I should leave the keys. Why did I leave the keys upon him?
Violin screech. That's great. All right, we got one more in us. This movie.
That's good.
This movie is called "It Came from the Sky?" ?
Oh, no. I gotta love question mark movies.
And this one again, is fully up to interpretation. So, Miguel, why don't you start us off for our last horror movie game?
It came from the sky.
It Came from the Sky.
Oh, I have to think this is one of those movies where you don't see the monster till like halfway or 3/4 into it.
That's pretty great. Yeah, let's just hash this one out. Let's hash this one out.
I don't know what it would be though.
In this one, I'm playing a tightrope walker.
Okay.
Who often does kind of like David Blaine-ish style stunts where I tightrope walk between high things. So in this one, I'm tightrope walking at Zion National Park in Utah, outside of Salt Lake City.
Nice. And I'm Kurt Russell.
Hell yeah!
What are you tightrope walking across the entire canyon?
There's an archway there. It's pretty famous. We'll say that and some other rock.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll just have trailer come in.
For my next act, I shall tightrope walk across Zion National Park.
And it flips to the next little clip, and it's just like Kurt Russell going, "Come on, man, you gotta get down from there. What are you doing up there, man?"
No, Kurt, I have to do this. It's for my legacy.
And you hear like, some screaming in the crowd.
Yeah.
And then you see like a big cloud in the sky. This is just Nope now. I'm realizing. That's why I stopped for a second. I was like, fuck. We're just making Nope. Fuck it.
Yeah, but it's about a tightrope walker instead, and I think it's played by Sacha Baron Cohen.
Hurry
it's
up!
just him and Russell, and they really don't like each other.
Gotta get down from there, man.
But damn it, they respect each other.
Singer Bro said Nope before I said Nope. It's funny. That's the funniest part.
Yeah.
It came
just
from
nix the cloud.
Well, the cloud. It's just a giant cloud with an erection.
God, why does it keep coming back to that?
It's because we were talking about Scorn earlier, and that's my callback. My callback is penises.
Some little kids are just laying there looking up. They're like, "Mommy, what does that cloud look like?" And then it's like, dun, and then it's like,
So now is this?
Theme?
Yeah, is this Austin Powers now? It's got a long shaft and 2 balls.
It's a horror comedy.
Yeah, horror
Perfect.
comedy.
I love horror comedies, guys. What's your favorite horror comedy?
Maybe
Aren't they all comedies to a degree.
What's that?
Said, aren't they all kind of comedies to a degree?
See, that's kind of what I was trying to tell Mochi Squeeze last night because we were watching, I think it was X, and some shit happened, and it was pretty funny. But then she's like, after laughing, she was all like, oh, man, I feel kind of bad laughing because it's fucked up, but it's pretty funny. And I was like, see, now that you're starting to laugh at horror films, you're starting to kind of get it. You know what I mean? Because you got to laugh. You got to laugh.
Yep. I mean, have you ever seen Tales from the Hood?
Oh yeah,
Pretty classic.
That's great.
I
American
don't know.
American Werewolf in London is a classic horror comedy, kind of defined the genre. But for me, number one, and it is like one of my favorite films of all time. Definitely my favorite horror film, Evil Dead 2.
Oh, you know.
And everybody loves everyone loves Army of Darkness, and Army of Darkness is really great. Don't get me wrong. I love that movie too, of course. And it is more of leaning on the horror or the comedy side, where Evil Dead 2 is more leaning on the horror side. And I don't know, I just love that movie so much, with the hand and everything, and the scene where like everything in the house is laughing when he falls and eats
weird.
Shit. Yeah, so great.
You know what? What I like that I kind of forgot about. Do you remember Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror?
Oh yes,
classic.
That movie rules, dude.
Definitely inspired by Army of Darkness with her like machine gun leg, you know.
Oh yeah, totally makes sense because he has the arm, she has the leg, right?
Yeah.
And that's more of a zombie film, but still really dope as hell. Wish Upon. That's right. I forgot we were watching Wish Upon. That had some funny kills in it for sure. Definitely check that one out if you can. It was way better than I thought it'd be. Wish Upon. It's on Hulu currently. Okay. What's that?
What's it about?
Oh, it's a Wishmaster type of story. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So, okay, I'll just throw this out there. If for any reason in real life you are able to make wishes, be very fucking specific and very fucking careful based on what you say, because things can go very wrong. But this is a little bit different from that.
Witch are always fucked up. They do it on purpose.
No, of course, yeah.
Maybe consult a lawyer and have him write it, him or her write it out.
For like wishes that aren't gonna like fuck me over somehow.
Yeah, that's every wish it possibly can. But this movie had a different spin on it, which I really liked. And it's kind of an older film. Ish. It's older than you'd think, because Joey King looks like she's like, you know, a young teen in that, and like now she's in her 20s and stuff. So this had to be a while ago. But no, I recommend it. I enjoyed it, and yeah, so earlier I was talking about something happened at X that Mochi Squeeze laughed at. She was actually talking about that movie, but no, that movie was dope. I digress. So yeah, I had a few other things planned. I'm kind of running out of time. So I'll just kind of say, one last thing for us, just quick story time. Do you guys have any like true scary stories? Like, and by true, I mean like something someone told you of their own experience or your own experience that was scary. You know, even if it may not have been like 100% true, it's just like how it was perceived. You know what I mean?
I got one that's actually kind of unexplained and pretty wild.
Let's go.
If you like.
Yeah, do it.
Sure.
All right, so this is, I kid you not, Halloween night.
Ooh.
I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to say it was probably like 2004. Yeah, that sounds about right. So I was staying out at my friend River's house, and he's got one of these dads who was like, when we were growing up, he was kind of like, he just didn't really give a shit what we did, so we could like, you know, there was like Playboys at his house, and like we could like, you know, we could like underage drink there sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's like a cousin or an uncle type of deal right there.
Yeah, like his dad really just didn't give much of a shit, and actually this night his dad his dad was like, I don't know, off doing something else. And so it was just me and River there, and we were going to go later on that night and meet up with some friends in town. But River lived out in like this farmland, like kind of out in the middle of nowhere, sort of. I mean, it's not totally in the middle of nowhere, but it's like it's a little eerie at night, you know, because you're definitely like kind of out there. And he had like a skate ramp in his barn and stuff. It was like a pretty cool little like property and like a trampoline and stuff. So we used to like, you know, we used to just dick around and be like, you know, young teenagers there. And one night, this was the era of MySpace, obviously, right?
Ooh.
So we this night, Halloween night, before we like went into town to do whatever like our Halloween plans were for the night, we were creeping on people out on MySpace, as one does when they're 14 years old. And so you know how MySpace used to have the music, you could have a song on your MySpace page,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So we were looking at someone's MySpace page, and I think we like kind of found ourselves down a rabbit hole where we got onto like a, you know, maybe like a random person or like someone who went to our high school who we didn't know or something like that. And on their MySpace page, and this is like a picture, like an old CRT like monitor, and like it's like dark out in the middle of nowhere, like kind of an eerie, foggy October night, and we're by ourselves like on this ranch, and we're just like in his weird little office, like looking at MySpace.
Mm-hmm.
And on this person's profile, like there was this weird loop of like sounds that was happening, where it was like a little girl talking, and it was all weird and creepy sounding, and then like a bunch of like kind of glitchy like you know, AOL Windows 98 like dial-up noises, and then mixed with like weird like TV sounds, and like just like it was very strange. And it was like it was obvious to us at the time that this person was just making something spooky on their page for Halloween or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then the internet like kind of crashed, right?
Yeah.
And the like MySpace and Internet Explorer or whatever it was completely shut down.
Oh,
but
shit.
the sound, but the sound that it was making kept playing, and we're like, what the fuck? And it's like this little girl talking. I don't remember what she was saying, but it was just creepy, and like all these fucked up sounds, and we're like, what the fuck? And we literally like back out and like restart the computer, and the sound just continue playing while it's happening, and we're freaking the fuck out.
That's fucking
and we're like,
scary.
And yeah, it was fucking terrifying. And literally, it wasn't until we unplugged the computer that the sound stopped.
Hell
And
yeah.
it was like, and it was fucking terrifying. We were so freaked out. We like went out and to the barn and put on music and like skateboarded, because we were just like, we can't like sit here and like think about this any longer. Anyways, that was pretty terrifying.
That's a good story.
MySpace demon, you know?
Wow. Miguel, you have a story?
I don't actually. Nothing
Oh.
like that.
Damn, I have to pee really bad.
I have one more little tiny story while you can go pee while
Tell
that
a
happens.
pee story for me, and then I'll tell you a story.
Okay, so this one time I was peeing. No, I'm just kidding. Last little story. My friend and I, his name is Max. We were hiking on this trail up here called the Lost Coast Trail. It's really beautiful. It like goes apart like along this part of.
I've been wanting to do the Lost Coast for a long time.
Dude, it's so awesome. It's like that whole area feels like prehistoric, like, you know, like that kind of thing. You know, it's one of the only parts of California that doesn't have a major highway going through it on the coast. So like, yeah, it's just totally untouched back there, which is awesome. Like, it's really gorgeous. But what on the last night of the hike, like, because you can do it, the trail, like the hiking trail is like 2 sections. And one of them takes like 2 days, and one of them takes like 3 days. And then there's like little day hikes you could do on them too. But like, you know, we were doing the full 5-day trek, and like on the last night, we did it like south to north, which is kind of that you're not supposed to do it, but
the way, right?
Yeah, because that way you like start on the beach and end in the mountains, as opposed to start on the mountains and end in the beach. But we had someone picking us up on the north end, so that was just it just worked logistically for us. So anyways, yeah, exactly. So the last night we were just, you know, we were kind of stoked because the next morning we only had like maybe like 3 hours hiking it before we like hiked out. So we were like, we camped out under this really cool abandoned lighthouse on this beach, which is like a total highlight of the hike when you get to that spot. And there's like this abandoned lighthouse, and it's kind of up on these big cement blocks, and it was a really windy night, so we used it as like wind cover and just like built our little campfire and like put our sleeping bags like under this lighthouse thing, and we were just sitting there watching like the stars because it was super epic and clear out. And on the beach, like we thought we saw some like hikers catching up to us, like on the other end of the beach, like, you know, like when you're on a beach, like you can see pretty far down the way. And we saw some lights, and we're like, oh, someone's hiking, like, you know, they're gonna get close to us tonight, whatever, if they keep hiking for a while. But it was weird because it was already like dark, and usually you stop hiking after dark. And we sat and watched them for a while, and after about like 10 or 15 minutes of like kind of watching these lights slowly get closer and closer to us, all of a sudden the lights just started moving like crazy erratically. Like the only way I could like see it being physically possible is if someone was like throwing their flashlight down the beach and then going and picking it up and then throwing it again. It was like they would make these quick like darting movements that were like, you know, hundreds of feet long or whatever. It was super crazy. And we watched them for a while, and then eventually the lights just went off, and then we just never saw any people, and it was super spooky. So
yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's my spooky. I mean, it could have just been some people, and like I said, maybe they were just doing some weird shit with their lights, or like, I don't know, running around, or just being, you know, who knows, like whatever. But it was definitely freaky. It was like we didn't really know what to make of it, and then we never saw any hikers. So, you know,
That's creepy.
I don't know.
That was a spooky story. I listened to the whole thing in the bathroom.
Whoa, nice. And then the other thing we thought was like it could have been like park rangers on horseback or something, or I don't know.
Right, that makes sense.
We tried to hypothesize, but like the movements were so erratic that it just didn't feel natural. But yeah, it was kind of creepy.
Yeah, I got two stories.
Please.
None of them were mine. One of the scariest stories for me was more like a dream. I've had some really scary dreams, but like there's one particular dream, and this one will be really quick, where like essentially I was in some weird house. I was sleeping. Sorry, I don't think I turned that off all the. Wait, can you guys hear voices in the background?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
Hello?
What's up?
Are there ghosts? No, okay, we're good.
Wait.
I think we're good. Okay. That was scaring me.
Is Gage there?
Gage, are you there? I think we lost Gage again. Okay, so I'll just tell my story again.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Okay, well, the ghost story I always tell is one night we were recording Odd Valley. Okay, this was like at the very beginning of the inception of Odd Valley. Oh, he went to the bathroom, so it's fine. So anyway, the way that we used to record it is we had like essentially a dog gate that we would like kind of put in almost like a square shape with the bottom part of the square missing, right? So it's sort of like a wall, you know, like a 3-walled room that's open on one side, and we'd like hang blankets on it, put pillows on top, you know what I mean, and then put the phone in there and just record out of our phone, like, you know, my phone at the time. So we had that all. We had that all set up, right? And like basically, Kevin's daughter would always come. You know what I mean? So like when we were recording the podcast, you just like chill downstairs and like watch TV or whatever, or you know mess around in color or whatever it is she would do. And so while we were recording, I was like, oh, I need to go downstairs to do something. And I had music playing in our room or in this studio here. So I think we took like a little break or something at the time. That's why I had music playing for whatever reason. Like, so the setup is we were like recording and then we took a break or something like that. Right. So then like I have this distinct memory of walking out of this room and then hearing like a little girl like singing.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? Almost like, you know, Ring Around the Rosie type of song. And like also like some in my peripheral view, like seeing like in my memory, I feel like I even saw like basically Lucy in the room next door to this room, right? doing stuff in there. And so I was like, oh, Lucy must be in there. And so I walked down the stairs, and Lucy was actually downstairs. She wasn't in that room at all. And it scared the living fuck out of me, dude, because I was like, well, who's the girl in that fucking room? And I ran back upstairs. There's no one in there. You know what I mean? There's no one in that fucking room. So that was really, really scary. But like, I don't think it's a ghost. I don't think we're haunted here in this house. I think what really happened is the way that the walls are set up. Essentially, I think the music from the room in the studio, which was a girl singing, like a woman singing at the time, like somehow bled, like it sounded like it was coming out of the other room, essentially, and not the studio. And I think that I just essentially like imagined that someone was in that room listening to that music. You know what I mean?
Love it.
But I won't ever forget the moment where it really spooked the fuck out of me. And Mochi Squeeze says, why would you say this? I work out in that room. I know. Well, obviously it's not haunted. It's not haunted. You're in that room all the time.
Says that my house is haunted.
Who says your house is haunted? Mochi
Squeeze did.
Yeah, well, she thinks every fucking house is haunted.
Found that mirror in my house.
So I'm just saying, like, what I'm trying to say is that from my point of view, that was scary as hell. Even though knowing that this house isn't haunted, there's never been any other thing that's ever happened. It's just that one particular situation where it just felt like, you know what I mean? Like there was someone in that room and there actually wasn't, and it scared the living fuck out of me. And, you know, and then there's the incident at my grandparents' house all the time. Well, it happened a bunch of times where you had like this wind-up clown doll that would like, you wind it up and then it'd do a little song, like the song would play and then it would kind of move, right?
It's not terrifying or anything, yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
yeah. And like when you would come in the room that it was in, that no one was in and no one had touched the clown, sometimes it would just move on its own a couple like beats, you know what I mean? It'd be like doo 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 doo. And you're like, no, no. There was also
just a little kinetic energy left in there.
Right, exactly. No, I don't think they have that anymore. If they did, I would have taken it a while ago. And then there's also the time where I thought I saw like a medieval ghost in their house, and I think it was a dream. You know what I mean? But no, the story I was gonna tell is actually Mochi Squeeze's story, where she was telling me that like one time she was like working like a night nurse type of job somewhere, and like essentially a chair moved on its own. I'm sure she can kind of tell the story better, but essentially like the person was like, someone had told her like, oh, you know what I mean? It's cool. Everything's fine in here. And then she like did something in one of the rooms, and then like there's no one else in there. Like she had moved a chair, pushed a chair like under a table essentially. And then like she was in another room and she distinctly heard that chair get pushed back out. Like, you know when you push your own chair, like kitchen chair, out, and it kind of makes like a kind of sound, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, she had like pushed the chair under the table, and that motherfucker made that sound. And she was there by herself. Went back in the room, saw that it was pushed back out, and then said, no, fuck this. You know what I mean? And also, like, dude, Mochi Squeeze's mom told me, like, some crazy stories, too. Like, where they grew up, it was, like, her and her siblings, like, a bunch of them on, like, in one bed or something. And then they would just, like, have a ghost, like, in the doorway just staring at them. And they would get really scared and, like, put the blankets above their head and shit like that. Mochi Squeeze said not once, but twice. So it must have got pushed out. And then she pushed it in, and then it got pushed out again, and she was the only person there. Now that's a haunted house. That's scary as fuck. And then my final story, because you're all really quick, I don't really have all the details, but my final story, I remember the cleanup guys at In-N-Out one time told me a story where like they were outside doing cleanup. Like you start your shift at like 2:30 in the morning, and you just clean up the entire store. And then, you know, like by the time people kind of start to work, essentially, is when you clock out. You know what I mean? So you're there like the whole time it's closed, essentially. And they were outside cleaning, like, because you have to clean like the driveways and shit when you work at In-N-Out. You know what I mean? Doing cleanup in the middle of the night. And so they're outside the store, and he said he saw some old man inside the store. And like the doors were locked and everything, you know? And he's like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
And so he went in there and looked, and no one was in there. And then he looked out the window. Same old guy just was like walking away. And he said, like, there's no
Whoa.
possible way a person could have been inside or got out of there in that time frame. So it's really scary.
That's wild.
So
That's
yeah,
wild.
there's
That's
some
cool.
fucking scary stories people have told me. Mochi Squeeze said, I ran out of there real quick. I told my boss I was not going back there in there alone.
Wow.
Oh, that's scary.
That's wild. So you left the job, Mochi? That was it?
Yeah, she did. She
Crazy.
noped the fuck out, dude. She never went back. Yeah.
Wow, that's
So-
impactful. That's cool.
Yeah, but for me specifically, one of the scariest things that ever happened in a dream ever was I was in a house that wasn't mine in the dream. But it was like there was something going on where essentially like I was gonna be abducted in the dream, basically, right? And if I had just let the dream happen, then I would have just been abducted and like essentially almost like X-Files, my body would have floated out of a window. You know what I mean? I just would have been abducted and like not remembered any of it. But there was there was a moment where like even in my dream, I felt like I went lucid and I was like, wait a second, this is a dream.
Yeah.
And when that moment happened, it was one of the scariest moments in my entire life. And it's hard to explain, dude. But it was almost like the alien mothership or whatever essentially was like aware that I was aware of them in my dream. And then it was
Whoa.
like my perception like zoomed into the window, and like I essentially were like my consciousness was pulled all the way to like wherever their ship was, and like I was staring like they had saw me and pulled my consciousness like to them, and they're like, motherfucker, I see you. And
Gnarly.
that's when I woke up.
Like Sauron when you put the ring on, you know?
Right, yeah. And that was, it's really hard to explain, but I was like, somehow I felt like in that dream, I actually like, the alien consciousness like saw that I acknowledged and found them out somehow. And
That's cool.
when they put the fucking magnifying glass on me, it scared the fuck out of me. Like, I immediately woke up and I like almost had a heart attack, bro. Like, so
Yeah,
I'll never forget that.
Shit stays with you. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's very strange. Like almost like that was real. Like like the aliens were really like in my brain somehow, and I somehow saw them and they saw me. And
Yeah.
we had a moment.
You caught him in the act.
And I
you
was
know?
like, no, no, I don't want you to know me. I don't want you to know that I know that you're there, man. Just fuck
Yeah,
off, bro. Oh, it was really scary. I'm kind of reliving it right now.
Well, yeah, I know. I can tell. Hell
Woo.
yeah, dude. That's crazy.
Woo!
Crazy shit.
That's all I got. Miguel, you got anything scary to say?
Well, I've got a short story that I found online. It's very, very short.
Let's go.
Love it.
Apparently, it's from Reddit,
Okay.
and it's from the point of view of a child. It says,
Always.
Mommy told me to never go in the basement, but I wanted to see what was making that noise. Kind of sounded like a puppy. And I wanted to see the puppy, so I opened the basement door and tiptoed down a bit. Didn't see a puppy, and then Mom yanked me out of the basement and yelled at me. Mommy had never yelled at me before, and it made me sad and I cried. Then Mommy told me to never go in the basement again, and she gave me a cookie. That made me feel better. So I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making noises like a puppy or why he had no hands or feet.
Oh my god.
Love it.
That's good, dude. I like
I
that.
love short, scary stories like that. You know, it's awesome.
They're great. I want to write one about the sideways creatures, which is the creatures you
Nice.
can only see when you look to the side of your eyesight.
Oh yeah, feel you.
Do you see stuff, Jacob?
All the time, man.
Do you?
I look, but I don't see it. It's my glasses. You know what I mean? Like, there's like a percentage of my eyesight that's blurry as fuck. And the perception of the, like, in between where the glasses stop and my blurriness begins to the side. Like, sometimes I see some weirdness, but I look and of course it's nothing. It's just my periphery, right? Could be a cryptid. True. You know what I mean? But that is scary. That scares me.
That is scary.
Got any more?
I I have a creepy endorsement if you wanna move on to endorsements.
Hear it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah. I'll start us off. So this is an actual thing I'm endorsing. I'm not kidding about it.
Oh,
There's
let's
an app. There's an app called Zombies Run. It's
Oh,
did I already talk about this?
no, I know about it. Go ahead. Tell the people about it.
Cool. Zombies Run is a fitness app, kind of mixed with a weird town building video game on your phone. Essentially, what happens is there's these kind of audio logs that you listen to while you go on a run, and they play out a story. There's like seasons of it. And you can also have Spotify or whatever running in the background so that while you're running, you still have your music. And these kind of just will like dim that music for a second while like the audio is going on. And it's kind of about a zombie apocalypse. And you're like a strange like new person that like runs in, and they have like these runners that they send out to pick up supplies for them and stuff. And the idea is that if you slow down at certain points, you'll hear zombies getting closer and closer to you in your ears, which is cool. So it's just an incentive to keep running essentially. But it's cool because you actually pick up like supplies, and then what happens is after your runs, you'll go back to this little town on your phone, and you'll have new resources, and you can build new defenses for your stuff. And it's a fun little thing, and it's a good incentive to run. And it also like does all the fitness things where it tracks your route and things like that. So there's some cool stuff.
That's tight. Yeah, I remember Zombie Run used to be like really simplified, but that sounds like way more interesting. Unless it's a newer thing, then you know what I mean.
No, I think it's just gotten better and better over time. Yeah, it's like the stories themselves are kind of whatever, but they're worth it enough. They're fun, and the each chapter will tell you like how long of a run you need to take to like hear the whole chapter. So it's cool. It's a cool way to regulate your routine a little bit.
Yeah, that's great, dude.
Gamify your workout. And if you run at night like I do, it's scary because you're like, oh my god, there's zombies behind me, and it gets freaky. So
Gotta get away from them. They show up on your GPS, right?
Yeah, and then like you'll hear them get closer and closer if you slow down. It's pretty scary.
Oh my god. Nope. I just had a joke endorsement. I'm gonna endorse
Satan?
mausoleums. They're nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice and shiny. Good rocks, usually. Right?
Just hang out in them,
Like, it's like polished, some kind of polished stone in there, usually. It looks really good. You know what I mean?
Generally, granite.
Marble, there you go.
Maybe
Yeah.
granite.
We got palm mortuaries out here in Vegas, so I guess I can endorse them.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. I want to endorse body composting.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, right.
So, when you die, your body gets composted. It's only currently legal in 5 states, but
Wow.
After you're done composting, it takes about 6 weeks. Your family can choose to take home your compost, essentially implant you. But it's a more
Cool.
environmentally friendly way to get rid of a body.
Yeah,
I like it.
that's
And
amazing.
I totally want to do it.
Dude, that'd be great.
I think it'd be cool too. Like if like a tree or some like a bed of flowers grows out of you. That seems like a cool thing,
Right? That's what I'm saying.
You're going back to the live stream, Miguel.
Yeah, of course.
You're gonna
It's
become
better than
material.
burning, because I didn't realize this. Apparently, when you get cremated, all the metals that you had in your body also burn.
Hmm.
So then all that goes into the atmosphere and stuff. But anyway, just body composting. I think California, Oregon, Washington State, and I believe Colorado do it.
Nice.
Let's go.
So I'm totally down.
Cool. How do you guys feel about being cremated? Would you rather be buried or cremated? Let me ask you that
Being
question.
composted.
Obviously, Miguel, you'd be buried, composted, right?
No, it's different.
No, I know. I'm
is.
saying like technically it's a sort of a burial.
I kind of want to be put on a boat, and then covered in pitch, and then sent down a river towards a waterfall, and then have
Ooh, yeah.
someone send a burning arrow at my boat.
It's called the
That's-
Viking funeral.
I wanted a
Exactly.
Viking funeral too,
Uh-huh.
until I realized apparently those aren't true.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's lame. I guess I'll go with the other option that hasn't been mentioned here. Sky burial.
Whoa!
You guys know about a sky burial?
Oh,
Sent into space?
Well, that would be interesting. That would definitely be interesting because what if
I
I
want to
ended
get
up on
launched into the sun.
a planet? Ooh, I like that. Yeah, now that's really feeding the fire, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not
Tell me what a sky burial is because I don't know what this is.
okay. Sky burial. It's I believe, a Native American or Native people type of thing. But essentially, what you do is they take your dead body to like a really high point on a mountain, and then like vultures and birds and stuff eat your carcass.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So it's not like you're just being buried on the earth. It's like you're still entering the ecosystem. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's an interesting way to do that. I don't
Yeah.
think that would be legal nowadays, though.
Oh, it's not
Probably
legal.
not.
It's guaranteed it's not legal, but it is a cultural thing for like I'm not sure which native culture sky burials come from, but I think I can't remember. Wherever there's a lot of mountains, I'm assuming.
Maybe
Would
the
you
maybe the
Someone to,
Andes.
find your body while they're hiking.
Well, they wouldn't. It would be picked apart by birds by the time they find me.
There'd still be a skeleton, though.
Well, that's fine. Who
Ooh.
doesn't like a good old skeleton, you know?
Isn't it?
Clinkety,
Is it,
clinky, clinkety, clink. That's what it would sound
Isn't
like.
isn't it weird that we all have skeletons in our bodies right now? Look at your arms. That's a fucking skeleton right there.
If we didn't have them, right, we would just be like these bags of flesh.
Yeah,
mean,
that'd be even weirder for
we-
sure.
It'd be
We
very
are-
strange.
We are bags of flesh, dude.
But we have like a structure that keeps us up.
Dude, you
Is
know
what
what?
I'm saying.
You know what's weirder to me than the skeleton? Because the skeleton mirrors the shape of the human a bit. Is like the nerve system and like attached to the brain. Like that looks like a fucking alien, and it's all inside of
Yeah.
us right now. You know?
Have you
Pretty
been to
cool.
bodies?
I need to see that.
It's really interesting. You should go.
Oh,
I
I
highly
absolutely want to go. Oh, and by the way, my coworker, actually my HR person at my job went to the Zach Baggins thing and did the whole full-on tour in the basement and stuff. And there's like a pentagram down there, and we should really go to that. Zach Baggins Curiosity.
I want to go.
Yeah, we should go whenever we can in the future. It doesn't even have to be in October.
No, this is what I was going to say earlier. I was like, you were telling people to watch a horror movie because it's Halloween. And just watch them anytime, honestly.
Oh, I mean, obviously I agree with that, but I'm saying like,
Well,
I'm saying like at least during the season, people who don't like horror movies typically, you know what I mean? I can at least try to talk them into it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm trying to just go watch some scary movies. Scary movies are great in general. Horror movies, love them.
It's been a hell of an ODDtober, guys. It was a good initial inaugural ODDtober with under the Odd Valley umbrella.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I had a great time. This is the end of ODDtober technically, because we're not gonna do Odd Valley on Friday, because we have a family thing going on. So I had to cancel that. So this is really the last podcast before Halloween. So but you know what?
Love it.
Hey, DARKCAST, gonna be an annual thing. We'll do it every year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some said it was crazy. Some said we couldn't or shouldn't do it, but we proved them wrong.
I know. Look, we did it. We said we can't. Oh, what? You're gonna record a podcast in a dark room where people can't see you? Well, guess what? Where's my light?
that's stupid.
Guess what, motherfucker?
That's
we were
what they
here the
said.
whole time. Dark.
They said that's stupid, Jacob. I'm like, fuck you.
Does this look
Yeah,
scary?
and then we lightsaber fought in the dark, and it
Yeah.
was a good deal. It
This
was a
is a
jolly
great
old
I
time.
time.
wish I would have known. I would have pulled the lightsaber out of the case.
Oh well, for next year.
Wow.
That's for next year.
That's for next year. You gotta save some gimmicks, we only have so many.
That's true. That's true. But no, I had a blast, guys. Just want to thank you guys for 20 episodes of good times.
20
You know,
episodes. Let's go.
Loving Neon Pocket Dimension. Love nerding out with you fellas. Thanks to everyone who's watched all our episodes. I hope you get spooky for the rest of the week. You got till Monday to get as spooky as possible. But just like Miguel said, you can always be spooky. You know what I mean? Even on Christmas, you could show up covered in blood if you wanted to.
Just go hang out in an In-N-Out while the cleaning crew is doing their thing.
Yeah. You can't get a burger. Not there. You can go to Jack in the Box though.
Yeah.
Right? Aren't they 24 hours?
Maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, speaking of food, I'm about to eat right now. Guys,
Me too.
I think that's it. I think that's it for DARKCAST. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did.
I had a
Hell
good time,
yeah.
as always.
What's the last thing? Because I always like to ask like a impossible question to end every episode, but instead of doing that, why don't you just throw out a monster or something? Just say a monster, and that'll be your last word. Starting now.
Blob.
The flood.
Ooh. Mothman.
Nice.
Oh, Mothman. Yeah, Mothman's. He's legendary.
He's pretty legendary. Miguel, you got one monster. What do you got?
I said the blob, dude.
Oh, you said the blob.
Yeah.
The blob, the flood,
What?
Mothman. We'll see y'all next week. And get spooky. Goodbye.